Greetings and salutations, Master Alexander Robinson, all the way in Switzerland. And you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio. And you're listening to this massive Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby. Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, big up massive.
Solo. You know I be like this solo. Before my duty get promo. Now they call me a dollar. Ain't nobody call me a dollar. I get no I dollar. We feed by my face. When I get my dollar. When I don't get sick up. See I need you for my cup. So many things you done. Yeah, don't decide since when I never thought you should be don't look, we can carry them, go where them don't know. We can give them this step like Popo. Originality, no be Popo. Miami, oh, go. And the fight of the wars on the Lolo. We go, see me, they come, they don't. It be like, say, yeah, I don't go look. Jaggers in your life, in your ego. Oh, no. I let them in my life alone. Got me a tip for my family, I be so long. Come on, I like everybody like to go. Money is a bumble. The money she had your passive number, so like get the money pronto. They call me the kid I don't know. I'm the girl ready to be gone. I've never been missing in action. They start today calling me Rukia Jungle. When I get with my yellow, when I don't get the cup, when I put it for my cup, don't need so many things you done. So many things you done. Yeah,
Yes, a very good warm afternoon from the 254 Karibuni Sana to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show right here on the media of the 21st century, the Black Fire Network radio station. Karibuni Sana, happy new week to everyone who's tuning in and to those who shall be catching this on a replay. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And I'm wishing you guys, of course, a beautiful week ahead of you. 20 minutes past the top of the hour. I'm a little bit late today, but better late than never. That is the best thing. Better late than never. Karibuni Sana, and of course I'm here today to bring you all the information and updates of what has been happening and of course taking place during the weekend. And our major conversation today shall be going to Nigeria, and it's crazy again when you talk about religion psychosis, literally the indoctrination of religion, which I don't blame our people. I really don't, I really don't blame our people to the point where Africa we really are, but it's a high time we start questioning some few things. I'm just from the phone call with Keith, and he was telling me a few joke, literally where there's someone who was saying, our prayers right now is becoming like the new cult. And we just need to accept literally these nowhere prayers, literally, especially amongst us African people, where it has ever helped us. I'm not saying it is bad to pray. People have different ways of communicating to their creator, but where is it really, really taking us to this point? When you try look at where our focus of religion is, where is it really really helping us? And if you try check our system of leadership, how are they really really working, working together? Because there's a video personally I did on TikTok, and there's a lady who was talking about, especially when we began the demonstrations in the 254. She spoke about blaming the churches, the pastors, for everything that is happening in our system right now. And I did say and speak about it because we understand, for the blackout fires, we know literally our religion and politics are two best friends. They're like brothers and sisters, talk and talk, literally. But how is this literally impactful in a negative or positive way to us as African people? And if you try check, the reality of it is actually the negative impact. And that is what we're about to talk right here. Because we've seen for so long, most of the African countries, when it comes to the puppets who are installed here, the first thing they tend to focus on, and which they understand, of course, the indoctrination of the African mindset, is they come in religiously. And I want to use an example of our very country, Kenya. When Ruto came in, he made this country to look like it's a religious state. We saw him, of course, going to Israel, to the wall praying, trying to ask Jesus to better the situation of our economy. But how is it today, after him praying, telling the state to be a religious country? How is it really, really helping? Is it really, are things going yay or nay? And if really, really this God was a working God, why aren't things favoring the most prayerful people? Why aren't things ever favoring the most prayerful people? So we shall be focusing our conversation to Nigeria, because there's a conversation I bumped into, and of course it caught my interest. And regarding a video we had shared some time back here at the beginning of this year or last year, where we saw a Japanese lady who was, of course, taking people on a tour. And she did speak about how they steal oil in African countries, they refine them and come and sell it back to us in a very expensive, literally expensive price. And the question is, if you try to look at most of this oil, where it is coming from, it is our African countries, where we can see the battle of resources, which is, leading to the displacement of so many people in Africa today. If you talk about Nigeria, personally, I'm always super, super mad about this country and the people, because this is the biggest, largest oil production. If I'm not wrong, Nigeria produces quite the largest production of oil. I mean, we also have other countries like Sudan. We also have some places in Kenya where we have oil, but I do believe Nigeria has the most. And we've seen, with a couple of details and evidences that have been coming out, the stealing that is there is so crazy. I shared a video of the same situation in the Niger Delta some time back. Last year, I tried to share the same video of where Nigerians, the pirates, are trying to protect their places, protect the oil, but the system and our governments are literally working together with the people who are making the lives of African people indeed really, really hard. So we shall be focusing, of course, on Nigeria, because it's prayers. When you talk about prayers, leadership, and making things happen, it's totally three different things. So we shall be talking about what you can see as my major topic of the day, where Nigerians did hold a prayer, hoping and asking for better oil, or for them to start a oil refinery project. It is just so crazy. We shall also focus on Uganda, where Museveni yesterday shared a picture of that. Museveni yesterday said that he doesn't want to see any protests being organized in his country, and whoever dares to do so shall play or shall face fire. So we shall talk about that. We shall also focus on what is happening with yesterday's, of course, outcome. Kip did talk about that yesterday night, which shout out to him for going 3 days in a row, bringing the shows back to back. That is super, super amazing to see that. But we shall touch a little bit on that. I shall give my thoughts regarding Kamala Harris. We've seen Kamala Harris, that is in Ghana. And personally, I said she needs to kick rocks. Kamala Harris, you need to kick rocks, because there's no way where she has the audacity to say that America will never vote for a black lady. Black where? Blackware, that's the question. But of course, welcome to the debate. That is our top conversation for the day. And of course, we'll be going back to the music, coming back with the quote of the day immediately. And of course, as we get started with the conversation of the day, we shall come back, of course, talking about Uganda, the situation, and of course, sharing a video about Museveni himself addressing the foreigners and how they're giving them a bad name, trying to put pressure on them. We know Uganda has been facing a lot of criticisms, especially regarding since they did put harsh laws on the LGBTQ. Consequences is 10 years plus, and of course, so much we've seen, so many harsh rules are being passed. But of course, karibuni sana once again. Shout out to everyone with us on TikTok. Shout out to all TV shows. Karibu sana na kucheki kutoka Tanzania, if I'm not wrong. You're saying that welcome to Kenya, where we are going to demonstrate tomorrow, despite of Zakayo talking yesterday. Woo, I know that's right. Period. I know that's right. And we shall also, of course, come back and talk about that. We saw yesterday him saying that he has done what the people have requested. But has he really done it? Because we've seen the first bunch. Mtaniambia kama hizi ni maua. He needs to tell us kama hizi ni maua ama ni njugu. The first batch of the cabinet secretaries he got rid of, he has returned them again. And then you want people to calm down. Do you know how psychopathic you sound? You want people to calm the F down after you returning the same corrupt ass leaders. Man, we're coming back after this short musical break. This is Tiwa Savage with Somebody's Son. Hope you guys get to jump onto this one. We're coming back and, of course, discussing much more of what is happening in our African continent. Zakayo lazima ashuke.
I'm not sorry. I like already. Should I try again? But now my heart is still paying me. I'm coming, ole coco. Shall be running. Silent, get me wrong. This won't be another heartbreak song. Somebody sound go find me one day. Don't they wait, don't stay too far away. Somebody sound go love me one day. Don't they wait, don't stay too far away. Somebody sound go love me
one day. Na hiyo siku inakaribia. Zakayo lazima atashuka. Hatana na kupendwa. Zakayo lazima atashuka. But my quote of today, I'm wishing you guys, of course, a beautiful week ahead. To everyone who's tuned in on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Rumble, on our show page, on the radio station, and on Twitter. Karibuni sana. Feel welcomed and feel, of course, free to also join the conversation. Subscribe, download our app, which is very, very easy to find. If you want to be a member of the Black Hot Fire Network radio station, it's very easy. Just go to the Google Play Store. If you're an Android user, tafuta Black Hot Fire Network. Search for Black Hot Fire Network. You'll find us right there. And the best thing I love about our application, literally, is that you get the chance to stream, listen, as you do anything else on your phone, as you talk to your family, your friends, as you post on Instagram, as you interact on Twitter. The Black Hot Fire Network application gives you the chance to literally stream as you do other things on your phone. And also it takes you to all our platforms. So in case you are on TikTok, now you're not subscribed to YouTube, which we do our shows also every day there on Facebook, on Twitter, ensure you have the Black Hot Fire Network application. And every morning you stand a chance to win some cash prizes, merchandise, right here with Shumani and Iwaton on the Vibe Show from Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. till 12 midday. But karibuni sana. For me, we get to do this every Monday to Friday from 12:30 to 1:30. But today I'm a little bit late, but better late than never. Shout out to DJ Flani na kucheki sana. Unasema Zakayo must go. Kabisa. I also see the early TV shows. I says you're so beautiful. Ooh, guy, thank you. Ooh. Asante. And also says Uko Kenya tunaweza meet by mistake. If you don't mind, please. Yeah, sure. Are you from Kenya or Tanzania? I'm coming to Tanzania next month, so maybe if you are there, tutapatana. DJ Flani also says, mimi mapenzi niliwachia ndege. My heart is... You guys, you started my morning vizuri. Nimekuja hapa na kitumbo kimefura, lakini mnafanya nicheke hadi nisahau niko na shida za tumbo. But Anyway, karibuni sana. I also see LTV says, how can I apply a job huku kwenu? For now, we don't have spaces, but in case we have any vacancy, we shall also eat you up, or we shall actually see on our socials. We do post that in case we have any vacancy. So karada tu alafu utacheki. But anyway, karibuni sana. My quote of today is, it's Monday, but it's also a new day, a new week, and in that lies a new opportunity for something special to happen. So yes, move into this new week with positivity, with hope, with actually expectations, unapologetically. Just move boldly, and kila kitu will align for you. That is how I wish you guys a beautiful day. But of course, as we get started with the conversation of the day, we want to start, of course, with our very own country, that is the 254. And that was yesterday or Saturday, if I'm not wrong. We saw William Ruto saying that he is tired right now. Let me see if I can find the video and share it very quickly as we get to move on. But he said he is tired. He has listened to everyone. He has listened to people. And he doesn't want to see any more demonstrations being held in our country. And I want to see if I can find that video. And apparently, also today in the morning, I saw it was a picture, a quote, not a quote, but a say from a certain bishop. I don't know what church Ghani, but the bishop said that actually Ruto does not understand, since he's been questioning who is fueling, who is supporting, who is the leader of this demonstration, which has been held by Kenyans tribelessly, oppositionlessly, like we have no one funding anything. This is a movement that is being done by the people, demanding their rights, because it is our right. You're supposed to do it. That is why you are there as a president. We don't need no excuses. You're supposed to deliver. You have the funds. We just need accountability. There's nothing much more that people are literally asking for. Accountability. But this guy went ahead and said this. Let me see if I can find the video of it, because I see they did. This is what he had to say. I have given everyone a chance to say whatever they want. It cannot continue like this. I promise you, violent mandamano will stop, and enough is enough. That is what he had to say. So let me share this video of what he had to say. And I wonder which kind of people had the time to listen to him, literally. I just fail to understand Kenya sometimes. I fail to understand African people. I fail to understand sometimes African people. You're crying for your right, but you're still going to give the same person attention who is denying you your right. Because after he said he has given people a chance to talk, he said he has given people a chance to talk. He has listened to people's requests. He has called and dissolved the cabinet secretaries, which we saw, of course, he's returned the same cabinet secretaries. He said the country is more important than the people. So this basically is what we've been told is much more focused on the interest of him and the masters he's supposed to deliver to. This is nothing to do with us as the people. We don't matter, because that is what he says. The country is more important than people. That is a president talking like that. And he doesn't want to see any more demonstrations being held. But
who cares what the hell he wants to see? Who cares what the hell he wants to see? He's a corrupt ass bastard. He's been exposed, and no one cares about what he wants to see. You're corrupt. Exactly. The country's trying now overturn all the corruption that's been done for 60 years. It's all coming out. Everything's been overturned. So who gives a shit what you want to see? We want to see a non-corrupt country, and the country actually benefit the people that live there. That's what we want to see. We don't give a fuck what you want to see. If you don't like no more demonstrations, just resign. We ask you to go. So leave. Don't give a shit like you some kind of a king. I don't want to see any more demonstrations. We don't give a shit what you want to see.
And this is why we understand it's like these people communicate the same, because after he said that is when we can see Museveni said that whoever is trying to plan any demonstrations shall see fire. You know, they're playing
because
with fire.
They're all corrupt and puppets. So the Africans are now waking up. Well, let us see fire. Because when we get to your ass, you're going to see fire. Because you're the majority, you got to get rid of your fear. Yes, some people are going to die. So what? So what? But if You're the majority. How many you guys is it? 35 million of you? There's no way they can stop you if you decide to go in and do what you got to do. Because Kenya finally shows you that. And that's the whole numbers. You get rid of your fear, you go get your power. Somebody telling you, I don't want to see no damn, I don't give a shit what you want to see. You work for me, moron. You forgot that? See, Museveni forgot that he's supposed to work for you. But because you ever lived in no democracy, in no Uganda, all that fake ass shit. Imagine your employee telling you, I don't want to see you do anything. Motherfucker, you're employed by me. I don't work for you. You work for me. How you talking to?
Period. So let me
tell me what you don't want to see. Sound crazy as that shit.
He had to say.
Na ndio nimesema going forward, we will protect the nation. We will protect life. We will protect property. We will stop the looters. We will stop the killers.
The looters are you.
Exactly.
All the fake talk, the looters are you. The children, the kids out there did not loot. They was peaceful. You the ones put the Agent Orange and the tear gas and the looters and the thugs and the goons. That's you. So you do all this fake talk. You know, your white people have already abandoned your dumb. They know you're about to be toppled. They ain't all this dumb talk you're doing. You're so corrupt you can't even be honest now. We're gonna protect the country. You're the one fucking up the country. You're the one that was running around kidnapping innocent people. That's you.
Crazy.
We will stop anarchy because Kenya is a democracy and we want
it's a democracy.
This is really a democratic country, number one. You should not have ordered your police officers to go shoot and kill peaceful demonstrators. If this was a democratic country, you should not see mass abduction still happening.
Exactly.
We can see people's mothers who have to literally defend themselves, defending their children's lives. Because I was seeing a video during the weekend where there was this woman who the DCI got into her home. They broke into the gate and they came asking for specifically the son. So this
exercise his democratic rights to protest. We live in democracy. See, all that double speak shit don't work no more. This is a democracy. Then why am I being persecuted for doing my democratic? That's my right.
This is not a democratic country. It's
no African.
It's
no African country was democratic. That was the illusion. The African had been sleeping for so long, just allowing these leaders to just say any old kind of crazy shit. Africa was never set up as a democracy, but to help the African people. That's why when the Africans go out.
I loved a statement I was reading today in the morning from a certain bishop who said Ruto is the one actually funding this protest if he doesn't have any idea. He's the one actually pushing the people to go back to the streets because of the decision he's making, the choice of words he's using. Because what do you mean the country is more important than the people? What do you mean? We're fighting about the country itself. So you don't care. You shouldn't. You don't care about the people. He's the one falling the rage. Not to that bishop. He's the one falling the rage. He's the one funding this protest because of his choices of words and decision making. Because there's no way you're going to dissolve cabinet secretaries and return the same people who are corrupt, who we've not even seen their documents of paper, how they even got there.
And it's illegal. Constitution says once somebody's been dismissed or sacked or fired, they can no longer come back and hold public office.
Exactly. But, it's Ruto, so he's trying to show us how tough of a head he is. With the discussion we were having on Saturday, we were saying that, shout out to Katie, she was saying that someone needs to stand somewhere and shoot the hell out of Ruto. Like, he needs to be given a certain bubble gum that he cannot even be saved. Like, it just needs to be bubble gummed on a high note. On a very high note. Like, someone should just give themselves up to sacrifice to die for the country. That is what she was saying. Someone should just stand somewhere on top, sacrifice yourself. Just we do it the Trump way, but you ensure you hit the target. Don't miss. Hit the target. Hit the target. Ensure you hit the target. But Ruto is going to step down. We're going to see, of course, tomorrow if people are going to be, after the decisions he's making, the returning of the same cabinet secretaries, saying that the country is more important than the people. A lot of things he's saying during this weekend, including also the deputy president. We're going to see how full of rage or how much rage do people have to step out tomorrow. We're going to see what's going to happen, if it really means this is a democratic country, if he's going to send the same police officers to come and shoot and kill, or is he going to allow people to tell him what they need? Because it's very simple. We need everything.
No, he's not going to survive this. This government's going to get toppled. He's going to leave. And the funny thing, he's going to end up in the Hague. He's going... Once he leaves power, he's going to the ICC. They're locking his ass up. So he's going to try to hold on to power as long as he can. He's going to, joking. He's committed crimes against humanity. He's going to the Hague.
Yeah.
That's a given, because they're going to get mad. His puppet masters are going to get mad that he lost control, and they always do it to their puppets. They're going to prosecute his ass.
Sure. I don't know who I was talking to during the weekend. There's a man, I'm trying to figure out who is it, but this guy said the same thing, and I was shook to even hear him say that. Like, he loves to see how these puppets are always used and destroyed, because you do the work, the dirty work, but at the end of the day, once they're done with you, they're done with you. So I just love to hear that from my very fellow own Kenyan. I was like, God damn, people are really understanding and connecting the dots of the work of these puppets, their position and everything. It is so crazy. But anyway, as we get to move on to the next conversation is about Uganda, of course, which you can see Museveni has also used the same term, saying that he doesn't want to see any organizations of protest in his country. And they're saying that Uganda President Yoweri Museveni has warned protesters that they will be playing with fire if they press ahead with plans to stage an anti-corruption march to Parliament on Tuesday. Young Ugandans have been organizing the march on social media and demand an end to corruption in government, and they have been partly inspired by their counterparts in neighboring country Kenya, who organized mass demonstration that forced President William Ruto to drop plans to increase taxes. The protest has since morphed into calls for his resignation, and in has warned the Ugandan organizers that their planned protest will not be tolerated. He said, "We are busy producing wealth, and you are here
producing wealth. The motherfucking poor. Uganda's poor and backward than a motherfucker. What wealth are you talking about, moron? You've been there 40 years, and people are impoverished like shit in that country. This is how crazy these despots sound."
Captain Crunch, that is the wealth he's producing, kid. Come on. He's producing Captain Crunch. He says, "We are busy producing the wealth, and you here want to disturb us. You are playing with fire because we cannot allow you to disturb us." Mr. Museveni is accused by his critics by ruling Uganda with an iron hand and at in power in 1986, but his supporters praise him for maintaining stability in the East African state. Of course, those are paid coons like him. The president also accused some of the protest organizers of always working with foreigners to cause chaos in Uganda, and he did not.
1986, god damn. Some of the president since I was in junior high school. Great.
So we want to share that video of where he spoke about this, because he did speak about it. He said that the foreigners are the ones funding, the current ongoing planned demonstrations in Uganda. But let's listen to what he had to say on this.
That don't work. The foreigners attack your stupid ass. They kept you in power.
Exactly.
Who are here, even those who are not here. And this is the problem of corruption.
Corruption.
This is not an external problem.
So you think it's normal for you to be president for 40 fucking years? I can't stand this nigga here. stand this fucking moron. 40 years. And he's a complete idiot. This is what never stopped in the world. Listen to this idiot. IQ's fuck, this motherfucker's a babbling idiot. Been in power for 40 years. Ain't done shit. Go ahead, Joby.
Nothing.
Stand this nigga.
Producing wealth.
Bad name to try and put pressure on us. That one will not work. But what is dangerous?
One of the poorest countries in Africa
is corruption. Because that's one is a real problem. It is not something peripheral. It is something at the core. The civil servants, the politicians, you people in the security forces, some of you, not all, but some of you, are really the problem now. And we are going to, you will hear the stories. You will hear the stories. So therefore, I don't want to waste time giving a lot of speeches as if we don't know what to do.
Trying to coup this old nigga.
We know what to do. What to do is well known. And where we do it, it works. Because as they were saying, the Deputy CDF was pointing it out.
This is a whole Joe Biden in Africa. I'm so sorry. This is a whole Joe Biden in Africa. Literally. Museveni moves like a Joe Biden. Like slow. Like he's so slow. He's so slow. I swear.
Baba slow.
But yeah, he was talking about, of course, the foreigners being the ones who are bringing this destruction. And we've seen the only thing that the foreigners have pushed to Uganda is the LGBTQ, which we've seen, of course, the harsh ruling of Uganda. So you can't say there's anything else that right now the foreigners are pushing, pressuring you on. The Ugandans are the one pressuring you because the corruption you're talking about the officials you're mentioning right here, the same people chosen. It's people you've chosen. Certain you've gotten rid. You've gotten
all you gotta do is go check the 70s bank balance. Who owns the majority of shit besides the white people in Uganda and the Indians? The next people is going to be him and his family. Go look that up. How did this moron get rich? He's an idiot, so you know he didn't make shit. He didn't make no manufacturing. He damn sure didn't invent that because he's an idiot. So how are they rich? Because they was the president and thieving. That's how him and Captain Crunch are rich. That's crazy shit you talking.
It's crazy. But shout out to K. Williams, Karibu Sana, Free Joby with the hashtag, Sab says is at work listening. Thank you so much, Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. He says Ruto must go now. He must go, man. All these puppets, not just Ruto, but all of them need to step down. He also says, Joby, I have a new hairdo. Thank you. I appreciate for the compliment. And I see you're asking about me and Katie. No, we ain't friends. We just bumped into each other. So no bad blood. I'm cool.
They're not friends. They were friendly. They happened to meet at the hair salon at the same time, K-Wim.
Yeah.
So they were actually civil to one another.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, so, nothing much. Don't misinterpret it. But William says, so you and her once was hanging out. No, we are not. See, you with the details. No, we were not. Don't get it.
It's not gonna be. Don't get it twisted. Not gonna be no hanging out between those Joby and Katie.
Nope. No, we just met and no bad blood. We cool. That's all, But anyway, as we get to move on to the next conversation is about of course, Kamala Harris and the decisions that were made yesterday. I was listening to your show today in the morning, Keith, and what you were talking about. And I did catch up a few things when you were discussing about the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans not having a difference. Like, it's all the same thing. And I was trying to understand it. It's like they're having an opposition, right? The way we've had oppositions in every country.
Supposed to be. Yes, it's fake democracy. When the people behind them actually rule them, because nothing ever changes. That's for the people. This system is for the dumb masses. It's like imagine your political party, Joby, being more like a sports team. Yeah, my team is the red team. My team is the blue team. So you support everything the red team does, everything the blue team does, or the person that's a blue team supports everything the blue team does and hates everything the red team does. But at the end of the day, the red and the blue team are owned by the same fucking people. Because they know eventually you're going to get mad that the red team's not good. If you're a red team voter, you're going to get eventually mad that the red team's not doing nothing what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll go for the blue team. And then you'll see the blue team ain't doing shit that you want. You'll go back to the red team. So it's going back and forth where nothing ever changes because the red team and the blue team are owned by the same person. So that's a scam.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing that, of course, and you saw me sharing that with you yesterday when she said that America will never vote for no black woman. I'm like, God damn, where? Number one, that's the same bullshit she came with when she came to Ghana, telling the Ghanaians that I'm the first black vice president of America. Da 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 da. Where? Black where? Let's see where. Number one, that's the first question. Black where? And I was trying to read
And then,
when I was watching the show.
and then remember, she went to Ghana and Zambia. See, her granddaddy's an Indian. So, I remember my granddaddy when he was in Zambia. Your granddaddy wasn't black. Your granddaddy's an Indian. He's an Indian colonizer brought in by the British.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my granddaddy was in Zambia working here. Yeah, with the colonizers.
One of the comments that I caught was, I think, from Ben Uko or from Kay Washington. I'm not sure, but one of them said that Kamala Harris used to arrest black people, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, she was Attorney General of California, and also she was the District Attorney of the San Francisco area. So she was locking black people left, right, and center. So one of the main cases she would do, because in America, school is free. And if you don't have your kids going to school, they'll lock your ass up. So in this poor area of that county, which had San Francisco and the city of San Francisco and the city of Oakland, which she was over at that time, these people had no way of getting their kids to school because they didn't have the money to put their kids on school buses and go to school. So she was locking the parents' ass up for the children missing school. And then send up all other kind of policies to go after the black people. And so all she did, that was in that city. And then she got promoted, elected to be over the whole state of, my whole home state of California, where she was wicked than a motherfucker. Wicked as shit. That's why when she tried to run for president 4 years ago, she didn't get nowhere. They laughed at her stupid ass. Said, "Nah, bitch, ain't nobody vote for you." And then Joe Biden made her his running mate. When she's running by herself, she was gone because she never did anything for black people. She hates black people. And also, remember, Kamala Harris slept her way to the top. She was everybody's fuck buddy. Shout out to Judge Joe Brown. Everybody knew this. Judge Joe, everybody was fucking her so she get position. So everybody was sleeping with Kamala Harris. She was giving up her coochie. That's how she became district attorney of fucking the San Francisco area, because that no good old ass nigga here was fucking her. The mayor, Willie Brown, had gave her this old duplicity. I can't stand you old puppet ass niggas. This old nigga wanted him some non-black booty, non-black mistress. So Kamala Harris, he gave her a job where she didn't have to go to work, Joby. She never showed up. A gun safety in Africa. He gave her a government job, Joby, that paid her $400,000 a year. She never showed up to the job, Joby. And along with that, bought her some brand new BMW, right? This fucking no good nigga mayor, this fucking Willie Brown. So before you show this, Joby, do this for me. Go to Google, open a tab, say Mayor Willie Brown, Willie, Willie Brown, and Kamala Harris affair. See what it says. Willie Brown and Kamala Harris affair. AFFIAR.
And the relationship. Okay, see, let me see. So it says Kamala Harris and Willie Brown had a relationship over a decade after he separated from the wife.
He was married. He was married, and he was married. He was married while they were sleeping. The wife found out about it. So ain't no decade after. Kamala Harris was his young mistress. I think she was in his 20s. He's dead now. He was like in his 60s or some shit. This old ass nigga. So what he did was Kamala Harris is an idiot. So she slept away to the top using her rotten Indian coochie.
Let me try read this one. It says after Kamala Harris' campaign for president flamed out in late 2019, her California power player X advised against her accepting any offer to be second banana on the Democratic ticket, warning that the vice presidency would actually be the nail in the coffin to the future White House ambitions. Former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, now 90, wrote an opened.
He was 90 back in 2020. He's dead now. He was 90 there. He was 90. I guess in 2019, that nigga was 90. God damn, he old. So you know he was old. He was like 60 when he was fucking her. She was like 20. Go ahead, Joby.
Dang, crazy.
I know, Joby.
San Francisco.
That's almost. He offered. He took out on a meal and said, "Can we shower together?" She said, "Yeah."
Nah, come on. Oh my, yep. And she said yes. She didn't find a trick of saying no. God damn. She said yes. I say that former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, now 90, wrote an opt in the San Francisco Chronicle, warning his one-time lover Harris to decline Joe Biden's summer in 2020 offer because historically the vice presidency has often ended up being a dead end. The glory would be short-lived, and historically the vice presidency has often ended up being a dead end, Brown wrote,
Vice presidents never usually become president. Even though Joe Biden was vice president, he became president. That's rare. In America, when you're the vice president, you hardly ever become the president. He's right. It's a dead end. After that, you're done.
So they're saying, but as Democrats are now falling back in love with Harris out of necessity as they scramble to try to replace Biden at the top of the 2024 ticket following last week's cringe-worthy presidential debate performance, it appears that Brown got it all wrong. Or at least he didn't account for opportunity knocking because it is precisely Harris' position as vice president that, despite her polling and behind the scenes and popularity, has now made her obvious choice in the eyes of
she's unpopular. Who cares? She's not gonna win. They're not gonna let that broad be the standard bearer for the party because nobody likes her. They know she's an idiot. So they're gonna get rid of her ass too. But yeah, downtown Willie Brown was tearing that coochie up when she was young. 30 years when he was 60, she was 20. He was, knocking the dust off that young coochie. He gave her. So, he gave her a job, Joby, for $400,000 a year, Joby, where she never showed up. She never came to work. She ride around town in her BMW, not going to work, making her $4,000. As long as that old man can put his dick in that coochie, she's like, yeah. That's how despicable this broad is. Old penis. You imagine what old penis smells like? Woo!
No. It's unimaginable. It's unimaginable. Oh my God. Oh my
She was
God. No, it's
she was
unimaginable.
rubbing all the fat. See, that's what they do. She knew that these Negroes hate being black. And so they use colorism. I got my young little light skinned thing, really an Indian, not a black woman on my arm. I'm downtown Willie Brown, old as shit. In my six, look at my young thing here, a young Indian thing. See, 'cause most of these niggas around the world are suffering from black hatred of themselves. The white man has destroyed these. So they always this no good nigga. It did nothing but you see now, this man was the mayor of San Francisco. You can't find a black person in that whole city. They all been gentrified out that city. You can't find nobody black in the city where he was mayor at. Because of his fucked up policies, because he's put there by the white man as a puppet. And you can't go in San Francisco today. If you find somebody black in the city, they're living in a fucking tent. But they're not in the city. They don't live there. You know, so
But
no,
right
you
now,
know,
what
but what does she do? What does she got now? See, she played. It's another Negro. She was oh man, it was also Montel Jordan was in her coochie. Another black man was in that coochie, right? Helping her. She was using the coochie to get ahead. So remember Montel Jordan that gave her positions too. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead, Joby.
isn't that what majority of these women in politics what they do? You know,
Yeah, Joby, that's what they do. That's true. Yes, Joby, that's what they do. They give up that cooch. Yes, for a bigger position. It's
because
coochie time.
a good example I want to use was with our we had a lady who was fighting for the period poverty, right? Like how we can
Yeah.
get easiest cheap sanitary towels, how we can get them manufactured here. Like she was really pushing this in the parliament. I think that was last year, if I'm not wrong. Then this year, we see her when people are demonstrating, and then when it was before the demonstrations, I think, before the demonstrations. Then there was a press that was supposed to be held by the president. She was one among the people being done abuju buju. You know, we call it abuju buju. Like she had her cheeks being, by the president in front of everyone in the media. I'm like, God damn. I thought you were fighting for the sanitary towels. What is the president has a wife? Why is he touching you like that, bro?
Because he had already tapped her coochie. That's why. You talk about why.
Yeah, people say we say Megulwa. Yeah, that was already eaten. It's so gone, super gone. But that is Unsunken One, Karibu Sana, KJ's Williams. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. I'm wishing you guys a beautiful week ahead. K Williams, I see you saying that I'm not sure about the question you asked earlier. I'm not sure about that. We didn't have that conversation. And also on the other on the other topic, no, on the other comment you made, sorry. I'm in charge, baby. Yeah, I'm in charge,
Now remember, she was Montel Jordan, but to get ahead, who did she marry, guys? She married, Brahmins always marry what? Jews. Jews. Her husband is an old white Jew. You get it? I'll sleep with you niggas to get ahead, but I'm marrying me a Jew. Okay? You marry her, so all white Jew.
You remember what you were teaching me, that video you were sharing the other day of that white lady who was talking about other white girls just looking at her and that black man, you remember what you were telling me? Like white women like the black men for a reason,
Yeah, like because he got a big penis.
Sansanke one says you got to be wealthy to live in San Francisco. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
And I also see, karibuni sana. But as we get to the main conversation of the day is about Nigeria. On Kamala Harris, before we get to move on that conversation, personally, I'll say any black person or any one black right now in America who thinks she's gonna save their black ass, then you're so gone. Because the first thing I was seeing the people's reaction yesterday on the comments, and so many people are like, when you are saying that, because you got it correct when you're saying the black people are the ones who actually caught in the hawks right now. You if you believe that she's gonna change anything, then you're
No,
so
because
wrong. I feel like
they're gonna use our handkerchief head Boule class, Joby, the bourgeoisie Negroes.
and we already know. We
We're
already
all
know.
puppets. We're
Mhm.
all
We
puppets
already
for white people. They're gonna say,
we
"Oh,
already
we gotta vote for Camilla. She's gonna be the first black woman. We gotta vote. Vote for her for what? What has she done for black people now? Nothing. But she'll be the first black woman. No, she's an Asian woman. She's not black. That scam don't work. She's not black. Her mother is a Brahmin Indian. Her daddy is a white Jamaican who proudly says, "We are the slave holders in Jamaica. I'm not part of the slaves. I'm not part of these niggas who we brought as slaves. I'm the slave owner, God damn it."
we already know who this election is gonna go to, and I feel like this was very well planned. These people, I feel like this is a pure nothing but just mind game. They knew what they were doing, because if from the beginning they really wanted Kamala Harris to become a presidential candidate, Joe Biden should not have been given all this chance even before the presidential campaigns. We've been seeing this guy.
He would have dropped out. He would have dropped out, exactly right. Because the only time that he would have been dropped out. And this is the Democrats trying to get back favor. Said, we put a black woman. Black people still stay and vote for us. We put a black woman as a candidate. Even though she didn't win, we the ones put her up there as a candidate. Because the polls tell you right now, if they put Big Mike up there, Big Mike would win. If they put Big Mike up there, Big Mike will win. So they try to get Big Mike. So is Big Mike gonna come out? They're looking for Big Mike to show up. Big Mike.
Is he allowed? Okay, is she allowed to come right now? Like
because he might can run for president, Joby. He might can run for president. She's an American. Long as she's a naturalized American citizen born here. So yeah, Big Mike can run. That's why they wanted to run. That's why they all said, "No, I'm not going to run. Politics not my thing," and blah blah blah. Because they do polls, Joby. Polls who people favor.
If that happens, then America is gonna be super lost, because you're allowing a whole man in the name of a woman. Let's call it a transgender, literally a trans. You're allowing a trans
That's right. So what?
As a president.
Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that. Most people don't believe that, Joe. They believe that's a woman. You heard Zenobia.
It's okay. It's okay. But we can't allow that. You can't allow that to happen, because that's actually our all open gate to so many things. And
most people don't.
Married to Obama.
Most people don't know. Yeah, Obama would really be. Listen, family. Exactly. Obama would really run it, not her, because in America you're only allowed to be president 2 times, Joby, and that's it. You're done. But so Obama would really be in charge behind the scenes. That's true. Just like he was in charge, everybody knows Obama is in charge right now with the Biden administration. Biden wasn't running shit. He walking around doodling on himself. He ain't running nothing. They know behind the scenes it's Obama. Obama and the people that run Obama, freaking ass. People that put Obama in power, they're running and shit. So they might just take one for the team, because Kamala has no chance of even winning. Like I said, during the DNC conference next week, they're not going to allow her to be the damn nominee. She's unliked. Nobody likes this lady. So that's why when she tried to run for president herself, before she joined the Biden campaign 4 years ago, she crashed and burned. She was the lowest. She had the lowest numbers because nobody can stand her fake ass. So because Biden says, I pick Harris, that's not going to work because nobody likes her. And stuff they going to say, Joby, they're going to bring out it's going to be all in the commercial, Joby. This woman used her coochie to get ahead. Is this presidential? That's going to be in the commercial, Joby, against it. This woman slept with this old ass nigga and gave her a job for $400,000 when she never showed up for work. How's that going? Now she presidential. She needs to watch her ratchet coochie out. Do you want to vote for her as a president? Like, nah.
Disqualified. She's disqualified. So
exactly. So that they gonna run through the ringer, Joe, with these commercials. It's called opposition research. They know everything about her. So these commercials they put on TV for the presidency, they're gonna rip her to shreds and say her coochie is rotten. Do we want a rotten coochie broad as the first woman president of America and her coochie is filthy? That's what they gonna say. Like, oh man, oh hell no, we can't have her. Hell no.
It's crazy. But anyway,
they gonna say her coochie. They gonna say her coochie reeks of old black man penis. Nah, why we say nah? We can't have that. Her coochie reeks of old black man penis. Oh nah, hell no. I'm not voting for her. She got old black man penis in her.
But anyway, as you get to wind up, what I'd say again, we know who's won these elections already. We know who's gonna be the president, of course, especially after last weekend's drama.
Yeah, after the fake assassination attempt on Trump, that's clearly staged. Clearly,
it's a mind game. So nobody should be caught up by this. Nothing should surprise you, like Keith was saying actually earlier. That was on his show. Nothing should be surprising. I was not even shook personally. I was just like, Biden stepped down. So who's going to be the next one? That was the first question that came to my head. Then immediately we saw Kamala Harris. So this is very well planned. They knew this from the beginning. They knew who's going to become president at the end of the day. So this is just all mind games. But I hope, again, no black person has any hopes for Kamala Harris. They're saving, of course, anything. But as we get to move to the main conversation of the day is about Nigeria, which I was talking about at the beginning of the show, trying to tell my fellow African people who are still caught up in religion, for how long will you keep on praying? And till when are you going to keep on praying, waiting for results? Because you need to understand, as much as we understand the religion psychosis, the indoctrination, it has really played a very big role in keeping us dumb, keeping our continent the way it is, because that's the fact. We keep on praying, but your leaders understand what you're doing is not even going to help you. And this is why they come up with this system, and I was using a very good example like Kenya. We saw when Ruto came into presidency, the first trip he took was to Israel, to that goddamn wall to pray for bullshit. And then the next minute he come, they put, I don't know, her house for, I don't know, bullshit just to do with evangelism. And then we saw the wife has been taking tours even to Uganda to go preach and all that. In general, they were trying to say this is a state that is so religious, number one, and that God is going to, because I remember Ruto saying he doesn't understand why the economy is not getting better. He's praying so hard and all that, blaming just everything on religion or on the creator, whoever you believe in. But in Nigeria, especially understanding the population of the country, the religion is so deep. Religious is super deep. I mean, it's not like the other.
Yeah, I forgot today is my damn birthday. Shit, I forgot about that shit. Goddamn.
Happy birthday, kid. I was like, is it today or tomorrow? I didn't know.
Yeah, that's one of my goofy sons. He said, happy birthday. I said, damn, the day my birthday? Yeah, goddamn. I was like, oh shit, I forgot shit.
Happy birthday, age gracefully, and of course.
I forgot, goddamn, it's been a year already, motherfucker. Goddamn you, Kamala Harris, and your rotten ass coochie. Shit.
Goddamn. But anyway, to Nigeria, what happened during this weekend in Nigeria? There was a prayer held a few months ago in Kano, a very religious city in northern Nigeria. That was a month ago.
Nigeria. Yeah, Kano was actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kano is Muslim. Kano is actually a city that was part of the Mali Empire back in the day. One of the southern regions of the Mali Empire, way back 600-700 years ago. Go ahead.
It was organized to pray for the success of a huge new Nigerian oil refinery that next month is due to start producing petrol for the first time. Praying for such an industrial facility might seem incongruous, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but many Nigerians are hopeful that the Dangote Petroleum Refinery will lead to both a big increase in the availability of petrol and subsequent drops in prices. And then when you go back to Dangote, I did a whole show last week.
Yeah. I seen like part of it. That's when I was fucking working at that fucked up place last week, helping some people out. Yeah, Dangote. I built it on my own. That nonsensical shit that he built anything on his own. Your daddy was the richest man in Nigeria, moron. Your granddaddy was. That money came from them. You didn't build shit on your own. And you're corrupt and fucked up. You build some shit on your own. You treat your employees like shit. You starve them. You don't pay them anything. You're wicked as fuck. That's why your goddamn son. That's why his son married an Indian woman. He didn't want any black woman. Son married an Indian, was it Indian or Indonesia? Some shit. This clown ass nigga.
He fired his workers when they were demonstrating for better wages.
Yeah, for better wages. He doesn't pay anybody. Listen. It's about look. They maneuvered when they were building the country, but it wasn't even Nigeria yet. His granddaddy was already embedded in society of the country. So his wealth comes from pre-Nigeria corruption. Ideal that he sits there and tells you the idiotic shit. I'm a self-made man. That's completely fucking stupid. Everything you had to build came from your grandfather and then your father, which you inherited. Not that you built anything on your own is fucking absolutely insane. That's why when you say it to white people, they laugh in his face. Sounds stupid as shit. Think people are dumb? Sound crazy as cat shit. You know? You corrupt ass niggas I can't stand.
I was saying something, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The same way we've understood all these company names, literally companies that are built under different names but owned by the same people. I feel like Dangote is also just a tool like Bill Gates.
Yeah, he's learned all that shit. They call called shell companies. You don't want to because when people start to research you, Jovi, you don't want to be able to find that you have control of certain companies, so you make shell companies and give them different names so it won't indict you and show that you're the one own the company and the company's policies are wicked. They treat the people like shit. They don't pay them. So you want plausible deniability. But see, that's what they've been doing in America. And like I told you, these people from Latin own everything. You go in your grocery store, you think you got different products? That's a lie. They own everything. You think you got different car companies? They own all the car companies. You think Pepsi is against Coca-Cola? They own Pepsi and Coca-Cola. They own all of it. And and so these commercials they give you, oh, would you like to have Coke? Or would you like to have Pepsi? They give this fake ass illusion when these motherfuckers own both companies. It's fraudulent. They don't want you to know that they own everything now.
Exactly. So I feel like Dangote is the same because we've seen that was when I was doing that, sharing that video and information. He owns other companies in other 10 African countries, which are not mentioned. I feel like
they own a bunch of companies in Tanzania. I know he owns some in Zambia, of course Nigeria, also across the border in Benin. Because you can. Africa's corrupt, so you can always corrupt these politicians, pay them some money and they'll give you monopoly. See, he's like the cracker. He wants to set up monopolies. See, crack capitalism, family, it's about monopoly. They want to own all of it, everything, and have different names on shit. And you think there's different corporations, but they're not. You go back and check the shareholders of said company, and it's one big ass conglomerate that owns everything. He's like, what? He said, who owns? And you might think something small like, who owns this salad dressing? It says blah blah blah. It says Valley Ranch salad dressing. Okay, who owns Valley Ranch? You go back, what? BlackRock, Rothschild, they own salad dressing? Who owns this bag of tater chips? Go back and look at the damn shell, BlackRock. What? Who owns this housing complex? BlackRock. Who owns this car company? Go back to share BlackRock. What? So
Yeah, so
they got different names and they own everything.
That's the same thing I figured out with Dangote. But let me wind up on this one as we get to wind up the conversation. They're saying that praying for such an industrial facility might seem incongruous, but many Nigerians are hopeful that Dangote Petroleum Refinery will lead to both a big increase in the availability of petrol and subsequent drops in prices. The 19 billion refinery.
Remember up there in Kano, they're not praying to Jesus. Those are Muslims. They're praying to Allah. Allah! Prayers won't work. You're not praying to Jesus. And the people in the north say, fuck Jesus. We're praying to Allah. Allah!
The $19 billion refinery based along the coast from Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos, is the south of the country. In the south of the country, is the size of almost 4,000 football pitches. And its construction began back in 2016, and it started producing the production of diesel and an aviation fuel in January of this year. Petrol is now set to flow, and the hope is that the facility will end Nigerians' dependence on imports of this fuel. Well, we hope so, but it's not going
to end. They set that up. They once gave their own oil away to fucking North Korea. South Korea that has no oil. Has no oil.
Exactly.
Refine their oil. This is dumb nigga shit. Destruction of a country and these moron African men who are fucking imbeciles. They give the money to they give the oil to South Korea, who doesn't have any oil, and they laugh. And then South Korea refines the oil and sells it back to the dumbass Nigerians. So they buy their own oil back from people that don't have oil. You're like, make it make sense. Only the African would do some retarded ass shit like this. Make it make sense.
It doesn't.
They wonder why. Yeah, they laughed about it. South Korea said, "Don't blame us for these dumb niggas being stupid." That's what they said. We don't have it. South Korea told you we don't got any resources. These dumb niggas, they give us their oil. We refine it for them, then we charge them and shit. We make billions of dollars off these dummies. Only the African man would do something this fucking stupid. I'm gonna go to Joby, give Joby my shit, let Joby refine it, then sell it back to me, my own shit, and pay her for the shit that I gave her.
And that's let me share this video very quickly as we wind up. This is Ibrahim Traore. Shout out to this man. I'd marry him, man. Literally right now, if I disappear, I'm getting married to Ibrahim Traore. Literally. Before I find my Jamaican and my South African, because this guy is so woke. It's the bravery, it's just the confidence. It's so attractive.
You heard what Putin said. We must defend Ibrahim at all costs, because what he's saying is they're trying to kill him. Of course, he's trying to kill him. He's calling these other leaders house slaves, with their house niggas. He's calling them that. He told them that it's gonna be war when you try to come. It's gonna be war.
This was 11th of July, and he actually was addressing about the mining of resources in African countries, and specifically
that's gonna be us.
Countries. No more mining. He said no more mining.
Ces soi-disant amis du Burkina qui étaient là depuis longtemps, qui sucent nos richesses. Même une seule cartouche de Kalachnikov, nous n'avons reçu de personne.
Yeah, so he talks about how for so long these people have been stealing wealth, but they have never received a single
That's the thing.
Profit of any of this.
Understand, Africa is wealthy. Africa is wealthy. Should nobody be going across the ocean and all that shit in the Mediterranean? Africa is wealthy. You've been given lies and goopy religions, worshiping and praying, all this dumb shit about people. So you get yours in heaven and all this old dumb shit. But everybody's stealing out of Africa, getting their heaven now. Everybody's wealthy off your back. So finally the Africans wake up and say, hey, hold on, goddammit. Fuck that. You get your shit in heaven. We're going to have our wealth and our ground now. And shout out to the Kenyans that realized you guys had, I know even Joby knows it, over the weekend, you had a truck turnover in Kenya showing where they've been stealing gold out of Kenya. I know Joby even know that yet. They've been stealing gold out of Kenya. You've been told Kenya doesn't have any, truck that's overturned. It has the components of gold cleaning. That's what they use to clean gold with. And it overturned. And what's this truck doing it? They've been stealing gold from you dumb bastards. Sam the Cracker and the Arab have been stealing gold out of Kenya. Because they kept saying you don't have gold. Kenya doesn't have minerals. That's a lie. All African countries have minerals.
We have resources. We have resources. We have a lot of resources. We have gold. I've seen gold with my own bare eye. I've shared a video, you guys, showing you where my father comes from. A few minutes, just we have gold mining going there, which they claimed it's illegal, but it's not. I mean, who controls this? Who controls that? But anyway, family, we're coming to the end. But Ibrahim Traore there was talking about. You
never finished what Ibrahim said. What did he say?
Time is really running so quick. He talked about stopping of mining of resources, literally for the West. He said that we shall build our companies and take our license back so we can take control of our own mining. No more West right here. And he also talked about how for so long.
Joey, let me ask you a question. Joe, this common sense. Okay, let's say, Joey, you asked me to come dig your well, right? You need a well done, right? Now, I'm coming to dig a well for you, so you're employing me to dig the well. Should I have ownership of your well?
It's mine. I give you the
It's yours! Exactly! That's what you're supposed to be doing. They talking about these people coming to mine your resources. They're not supposed to keep your shit. You giving them the job to come mine it. That's it.
You can't give me the job, then you come. Actually, charge me triple the price of me giving you the job of what?
Yeah.
That is what Ibrahim is saying. Africa for so long has been suffering the consequences of resources being extracted, exploited, but we buy things very expensive. Talk about shoes, talk about soap, talk about a lot of things, literally. We just learned recently, I learned that was last year, we can make soap out of trees, Did we know that as African people? We can make soap out of trees. We can do a lot of things, but we depend so much on the white man and who actually brings our things more fucked up. Because most of the things they take here, they make them more fucked up. They're full of chemicals that damage you.
Yeah, full of chemicals. But all that stuff they sell back to you came out of the ground in Africa.
Then you hear a dumb woman saying, I use tampons, I don't use sanitary towels. It's like, you're dumb, man. You need to be educated. These are old. A
tampon is a sanitary towel as well. So you sound stupid for just saying that. It just one just sits on the outside, the lining, and one in the inside. It's still a sanitary towel. I mean, still extracts the blood. It's still sanitary. You're too stupid. You're too busy with Rudo's dick in your mouth. That's how you got ahead.
That's what kids say. But anyway, family, wrapping it up right here on the conversation of today. Cassius Williams was saying Kamala Harris cosplay black people and laugh every time. When she talks about she committed hate act against black people. And Unsunken One says, get the momos to save the demos. And the Democrats, I think that's what you meant. And I also see K. Williams is wishing you on a happy birthday. Happy birthday one more time, Keith. I woke up, it was disturbing my head. I'm like, I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow. I was like, 22nd.
I didn't even know shit.
Is it
I didn't even know. No, that was my son. Nah, that was my son Keith that called. I was like, huh? What? He said, hey, happy birthday, Dad. I'm like, what? Happy birthday? Oh, shit. I forgot all about that shit, Keith. Hey, yeah, thanks. Whatever, nigga.
Someone says loan you the money to pay them to make to take your resources. It is just so crazy.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself,
crazy as hell.
again.
They put you in debt. Some of these investors, they put you in debt to give them money to take your shit. It's because that's coming out of colonialism. All these African leaders, like Jim, I hate to say, they were all idiots. They're retarded. They wanted to be the big man, so they were easily manipulated because they were all uneducated. And so this graft and corruption is going on. Of course, when the colonial powers had complete control of Africa, they didn't have to. They were just taking anything they wanted anyway. When these puppets, they got these puppets, the deals got worse, but they had to get a puppet something. But that's why these deals are so bad, because imagine Museveni sitting at the table with intelligent white people trying to negotiate anything. This man's a moron. I wouldn't have him fucking over a shoe store.
He said, actually, majority of the times, I'm always the one sleeping in these meetings because they don't make sense. So what you're saying? What you're saying? Are you trying to say Museveni is lying? But anyway, family, much love. That's where we wrap it up with today's conversation. Remember, we do this every Monday and to Friday. In case you're new here, kindly subscribe. Download our app, which is very easy to find on the Google Play Store if you are using an Android phone. If you're using an iPhone, kindly log in through our website or using our website's link. That is the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Have an amazing day. And see you guys later. Yeah, shout out to also the ghost in a suit. He says airport landing is permitted, and Sankenon calls it the sexy forehead. So don't you dare me. What you talking about? Come on.
He's an air landing. What did he say?
He said airport landing is permitted. He's talking about my forehead, and I'm telling you. And Sankeron calls it the sexy forehead. So you better not. But much love. See you guys later on the Rhythm Scoop Show and, of course, on the Africa Today Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cages Williams, and Sanken One. And to everyone who's there listening silently, I appreciate you guys. John Mosquito, hope if you're there, thank you so much for tuning in silently. And to everyone who shall be replay.
The Mosquito said yesterday, you got to watch out for Shamani. Because Shamani's like the song Poison. You never trust a big butt and a smile.
Much love.
You never trust a big butt and a smile.